Quick little side project this morning. What we're going to do is I've got this kind of wagon quick coupler, quick hitch, I guess they call it. Basically, and I'll show you how these work here in a little bit. I don't have everything set up with me. But basically what will happen is, and this is very new and so it's very stiff, you can mount this on, say, a hay bale or something like that, and then you can connect a cart to it using this thing, and these jaws spread apart. And I'll show you how it works. But what I want to do is I actually want to put this on the 455. So what I've got is I've got an older, I've had this sitting around the shop for a few years now. This is an older hitch plate off of a 425, something like that I parted out. And so what I want to do is I want to mount this to the hitch here. Now I would mount it, so there's already one hole available in the center there. The only problem is the round part on the bottom here and some of the kind of kickouts are in the way. Now I could probably, let me see if I can do this upside down here. Might be able to. Nope, I can't get it. Can't get it in there quite far enough. So I'm gonna have to mount it. Gonna have to mount it on the outboard one. But what we'll have to do is we have to come in here and drill 2 holes. So what I'm gonna do right now, so I'm gonna sit there. Actually, first I'm gonna clean this surface, and then I'm gonna use my metallic Sharpie here to mark the holes out, and then I'm gonna drill them out. Okay, so I've got my points marked here, and then I also took a punch, and I've punched out the centers of each of those holes so I could drill them. Now I'm just going to hand drill these because these aren't critical dimensions or anything. If I wanted to be a little bit more precise, I definitely would use the drill press. This is going to take me a while because it is somewhat hard steel. I decided to do it in the drill press anyway. I just got tired of fighting the hand drill. So I've got it on, let's see here. It's 300 RPM, so not very fast. Got it all set up in here and tightened down. Just like that. So now I've got some edges I need to do something with, file away, and then we can tighten it down. I think that'll work. Now we've gotten some nice clean holes. Now we can go back over there and assemble it. Alright, so I have my hardware all out. Now one thing I did do, because the hole that the big bolt goes into is larger than I would like, and I don't have any hardware to go in there, I took and modified a bolt. I just drilled it out and then roughed down the edges to where it'll fit in these holes. It's not a perfect fit. I mean, obviously I could do something better with the lathe. But in the end, ultimately what it will do is it'll keep some of that potential movement. Now, obviously I could spend 45 minutes at the lathe and make a bushing for this, and I could turn down some steel or something along those lines. But for this purpose, I just don't think it's necessary. And then I've just got everything else is just grade 5 hardware. I didn't see necessarily a reason to use grade 8 on this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to flip it over like so, and then we can attach it. I think I'm just going to start with this one. My hand is going to be in the way most of the time. So there's that. Just put a washer over it, and we'll just take and just loosely put that in. And then we can take the back one, and if all of our math was correct and our drawings and everything, I think I need to go get longer bolts. I'm planning for these to be quite so long. Of course, naturally, I don't have any slightly longer grade 5. The next longest one I have is this. So let me go see if I can find a different length grade 5 hardware. All right, so we're going to try this again. I've also decided to put a washer on top of the main bolt. So we're going to do that, and then we can take our spacer. And what I'm going to, I'm not going to use, I don't have any grade 5, the correct grade 5 hardware for the side bolts, so I'll have to get some of that. But I did find some ungraded grade 3, however you want to think of it. Also decided to add washers to the top of those. These are going to stick down a little bit farther than I would like, but we can fix that here in the near future when I get the grade 5 hardware. I think that'll work nice. I'm going to get it tightened down, and then I'll get the 455 over here, and we'll put it on the 455. All right, there it is all mounted up. Like 4.5 hours after I started this project. Got distracted, had some visitors come by, and stopped to eat lunch and a couple other things. But now I can put, all I had to do is I had to transfer the 3-point brackets over, and all of this hardware is 18 millimeter, so you can just use an 18 millimeter wrench. But now it's time to, let's go try this thing out. I am going to leave the 3-point off for right now. I'm not going to put it back on, but at least these arms I'm not going to put on. That'll be easier for my wife when she's dragging stuff around the yard. So let's go see if it works. All right, let's see how this works. So the plan is, actually the cart is stuck on a pump here. Let's see here, can't see where I'm going. So we should be able to just, well, I think there's a couple problems here. One, this isn't a very heavy cart. Really stiff. There we go. Now obviously that'll limber up over time, and then when you're ready to let go, just push back like that. Let's see if it'll close again. know. So I got to work on the mechanism some, but I think it'll, you know, once we get some of that paint off there and we get it all lubed up and everything, it'll be really nice, and I think it'll work out well for our purposes. It'll certainly help. We don't have to line up anything, and if we can keep all the carts, like I may maybe install a jack stand or something like this, that way if the cart's heavy, you know, we don't have to worry about lining up the thing. And this is not necessarily the key thing that I wanted to use this on. When it comes to lining up like the water wagon and stuff like that, which is just a hay rack, when you put 250 gallons of water on it, it can get pretty heavy. So that's it for this project. I'll go pick up some sticks and stuff in the yard and call it good. Thanks for watching.